Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in Demise, Rise of the Kutan. We're going to be continuing our adventures here. We've switched back to Ninja, and we're going to start in on the quest line again. Now, we were on the adventure to kill the Leviathan, and, well, last time we had some issues with paralysis being a problem from the elementals, so that should not be the issue we face. They can still do a decent amount of damage, but they won't, like, outright murder us like before. Okay. So we actually do need a few other things, because we haven't been using them for a bit. I didn't put them in our inventory, but let's go ahead and bring them into the fold. So there's different enemies that have different weaknesses that are in the dungeon, and we're gonna keep that in mind as we go. I went to the beginning of it, so we'll go play with Boris. Have a slightly longer wandering adventure there. I don't know if we can actually kill Boris. Like, the way we did it in single player was we used daggers to... We used the dagger to kill him, but we could leave and heal. And we can't leave and heal, so... that adventure plan is out. But on a positive note, we have like almost zero chance of actually pinning. So we'll treat this as a ninja warm-up. Oh, hello, shrubs. Oh, well, we'll do it. This is a chance to get another reading. 445. I'm guessing that we could get to 449. We're probably gonna kill them before that matters, though. Yeah, they're pretty much toast. Hi, Sartiri. We don't have to fight every monster. Just the ones in our way that are attacking us. I mean, we'll probably get a good chance to see how we do against Death Adders too on our journeys, so. I do think that if I remember correctly, we have a good chance to kill them outright now. Not constantly, but... It's probably about similar to the rate that we kill the shrubberies. But we do know that Death Adders can spawn in these tunnels. I mean, if it's one group, we're better off meleeing anyway. We just have to make sure we don't overcommit, because that is a danger. Yeah, I didn't want to switch over to spells. That's unfortunate. Well, we can skip ahead when we go back in. Like, dying is not a real problem. I mean, I had gone through the wrong door anyways. Basically, the tall and skinny of it. That's a multiplayer thing where if you try to switch tracks with them, they tend to just get like 5 or 6 free turns, which is really annoying. So it's just Boris. We can give Boris a try. Yeah, I think that's not a good risk analysis. Yeah, we definitely relied on him not healing between rounds, so killing him is technically possible. What I'd have to do is bring several pets to distract him and fight him that way. But they'd have to be pets that he can't kill. But our goal is Leviathan. And I'll take Peace Gorgons. They don't really want to fight those. What is that? Oh, that's fun. Well, that's a new one. And we can't leave that way. Well, I guess this is my first time I've had to do it, but that's fun. So that's the first time I've had me walk into a wall without a stairway. So that's a non-stairway issue. So that actually tells me that I was right in that it loses track of where you are sometimes. That's a multiplayer bug. Oh, that's unfortunate. It didn't cast our spells correctly, so we're going to do it again. Alright, well I was trying to bypass going to get the Journeyman's Key, but since we can't kill Boris anyway, let's go and just get the Journeyman's Key. That'll get us past that room. Now, I have some theories on what happened otherwise, on top of it being a location issue. So that square is a check to see where you are in the storyline. So if you're not at a certain point, you can't go into that door. So probably, while it was trying to figure out if we were at that point, the game lost track of our location for a split second and decided that walking through a wall was a perfectly good idea. But I will, of course, add it to my list of bugs, and I will report it when I finish playing. This is the first time reproducing it without a staircase, so that's interesting.
Cool.
This is essentially right outside where we were at before. Now there is still 2 spells that I know of that we can get. The Grimoire of Telekinesis is one of them. So that is something that would help us, and any of these enemies that are spellcasters right here could be what gives it to us. But we don't technically need it to beat the game. We're just gonna keep trucking along. And if we get it, we get it. You stole Declan's map, you jerk. So yeah, they can absolutely steal key items, by the way. But that's one that's easy to get. We'll go get another copy when we return. We actually only need it for, like, I think it's 1 check, and we don't usually go that way, but there's no reason not to have a copy. What a jerk. These are the ones that killed us last time. So that's the difference in maxing out our paralyze resist. This is one of the enemies that can give us that spell, by the way. The alchemists are one. And just like our previous one, the only one of these guys that are actually dangerous to us now are the morbid dragons and the dragoneers, basically. Not that they don't also do damage, the other ones, but they're not deadly to us. I'm just testing elements while they're not only a couple in a group. Yeah, there's no easy way to blast them. You do damage, but maybe we could wither them. Let's see how withering works. Wither might keep us alive. It does a decent amount and it heals you when it does it. So we could potentially wither a big group of them down. It might be more safe than other choices. But honestly, one group of morbids is not that bad. This is fine. Actually, the other way is faster now because we have that key. Well, these morbids don't want to fight us, so I won't fight multiple morbid groups unless I have to. It just seems like a bad idea. But at least we have a decent chance of winning now. We don't have to go this way, but it does take us right outside of it. So that hurt quite a lot. That was really, really close. So that has a monster you can only face here, the shamans. I don't think they show up in the other parts of this place. Ooh, I wouldn't want to fight this group too much either. Yep, we killed them. We got our text log. Now, we don't get a benefit from the Dragon Slayer going forward, so... This says it gives you the bonus. I've ever actually figured out how the bonus actually is meant to help us. Oh, you know what? Well, that's unfortunate. So what happened here is we didn't put on the obsidian. Okay. I don't think we can actually climb in this. But I do know a way out. Oh, these guys are gonna kill us. Yep. Well, that's one way out. So I just need to go back to where we were and actually put on the obsidian charm. Did every step other than that. They beheaded me. They do, yes, damage. They will kill you with a behead. It is a one-shot. If you get beheaded, you're dead no matter what your HP is. You do have a chance to not be killed by a behead, but it's based on, like, your level to their level, and their level is very high. So if we gained, like, 500 to 600 levels, we might have a chance of surviving hits by them. Yeah, so I did have another way out of there, but it did involve getting out of that particular area. But you know what? Dying serves our purposes faster, so I guess that's fine. Because it gets us back out. But that was my mistake. I forgot that you actually need to put on the obsidian one before you use those teleporters. Yup. But yeah, no. It should still be mostly clear unless we hit a respawn cycle, which if we did, we'll deal with it. But if we have to clear it again, so be it, because honestly, it's just experience. And we didn't have a lot of trouble the first time, so I don't anticipate the second time will be any worse. I'm not dealing with these guys, so I'm gonna kill them this way. You can't melee these guys, you have to kill them with Morkel spells. These ones aren't fighting us, so I don't need to worry about them. Why would you have an ancient dwarven axe? You're a spellcaster. This is a hard chest to open. Well, peaceful death adders. I'm not used to it. Like, I guess if you actually only get a couple groups, they might be peaceful. Like, there's like a threat level that monsters have, and if you pass over it, they don't want to fight anymore. Automatically, so. But this is actually better in one way. If it respawned here, and we get to clear it at the edge of the threshold, that means that any future tries we do will actually be clear. So that will actually enable us to do 2 passes of it in quick succession, rather than potentially only doing 1. Because there's 2 guilds that can use the reward from this quest. So you actually have to go to it twice. Well, okay, so that's where it reset. It didn't reset all the way through. Actually, it doesn't even look like it consistently respawned either, so. This one didn't have morbids, we'll kill it. If I don't have to kill every group, I won't. Okay, so we just need to make sure we actually put it on this time. You are not Leviathan. Stop lying to me. You're a priest. Okay. Welcome to the Great Sea. This is the place that we didn't break through, though. But it is where our next quest takes us. So it looks like the biggest danger we get is if we get a monster that's hard for us to... You guys are pretty sturdy, actually. Yeah, that's the group that killed us last time. We don't have a way of putting resist on ourselves, so that is an issue. They're doing acid damage to us, and we don't have natural acid resist. And that's an extinguished square, so it does kill us. I don't think there's any equipment we can put on. Well, there is one bit of equipment. Do we do that? Maybe we do. So we've been reliant on this for a while, but it's not our only option. But having an amulet of elements would help us in the sense that it can't be dispelled. But you can't switch back and forth freely. Okay, we're doing it. Now the main problem with this is that we won't have a way to refill our mana super quickly if we start blasting, but we should have enough to heal. So... And we should have enough to recast. But on a positive note, because we don't have the Amulet of Deceit on, it does mean that we aren't taking regular damage from it as well. So, I mean, a little bit of that isn't bad. Now, when you get down into that little nook that I was running towards, you actually can cast your spells on yourself again. So at that point, it would have been safe, but it looks like we got unlucky. But if we go relatively quickly, this adventure is actually not super long. Like, this should all stay cleared. So then it's just however long it takes us to mechanically get there. Now we do need to put the obsidian on. That's the hardest part, is just remembering to do that. Because it takes the same slot as one of your blessings, so. Oh, we're gonna try it again. Now there is also a chance that we could just go around them as well. Yeah, even 90% is a lot of damage. Looks like we do have to kill one of their groups. It probably doesn't matter which one. But that was the difference between dying in 1 round and dying in 4. So. As you can see, running past them wasn't a real option because they're good at blocking. So you can't just run past them too easily. Oh, I didn't mean to go in. It's okay. But I do think we have every tool we need to succeed if we persevere. I don't think being any higher level is going to make that part easier by much. It just comes down to whether we can get past the horned toads to that nook and actually cast the better spells on ourselves. to go down these stairs slowly because we don't want to get caught in the floor. We got past him by running through a corner. Now we should be okay. Oh. See, two with 95% resist is a lot safer. They still hurt though. We still have limited air too, so we gotta just keep pushing through. Hopefully it's not all horned toads all the way through. Anchovies, huh? I mean, if we get lucky, there'll be enemies that don't want to fight. Because not every one of these wants to fight. Fortunately, we can actually cast on them now too, because that's the other problem, is the easiest way to kill them is just to cast on them. I mean, this is the Leviathan. You don't just have to kill him, though. You actually have to get past him to get an item. Killing him is actually pretty easy, all things considered. And technically, if we get past him and get the item, dying is just fine because we'll have the item. And that's the actual goal of the mission. Yeah, I know not to leave the dialogues up in multiplayer because it actually bugs out. It's also scrags. Scrags are a problem. Okay, we can kill scrags. We just need to change weapons. Oh, we actually had the wrong weapon on the whole time. This will kill scrags, though. Huh. Didn't expect to fight a scrag, though. So there's actually some pretty dangerous monsters we can face in here. Okay, what are you? And get closer. These guys can paralyze you. But we can go up vertically right here and it's not a problem. I think there's a second spawn point though, so... okay, we're okay. think we have to fight these.
Cool.
Nope,
Cool.
nope, we got it. I think we do have to fight them though. Because I think they'll attack us if we try to move. Okay, so getting out is easier. We do have breath on ourselves. We can kill the horned toads in our way. It'll hurt, but I'd rather do that because we do want to come back and get the second round of this. As you can see, we are coming up across the breath limit, so we do have to be relatively fast. But we made it in and out. So then we can go ahead and go the same way out that we normally go out. These guys are gonna fight us anyway. Okay. So you do have to do the same thing as before. You need to put on this to go to a known spot, otherwise you get teleported somewhere random. And the other downside is that your stats will be slightly lower because you're not wearing all of them. And then you just have to make your way out. So with any luck, when we go back and turn this in, we'll be able to turn right back around and come down and get it again. But what I will tell you is you have to actually close the game and come back, because it is a key item like all the other key items in this. Multiplayer keeps track of your key items that are available on a session by session basis. So you basically have to reset everything to get it again. So we do get settled in, even though we don't have to do it again for like any particular reason. We are going to do it again to try to get it for the other guild too. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is turn in the quest. Word that you had defeated the Leviathan preceded your return, and for a little while there is a sense of relief in Dejanol. The lost Lemurian greets you as you enter the crossed swords. His clammy and slightly damp embrace is welcome. His words are even more welcome. I received a message from the Lemurian priest that he gave you access to the pool of everlasting. Perhaps when you are done with all this, we could go fishing. Oh, before I forget, he hands you a large bag. Here's a little something for your trouble. Such money. Although the daily special was butter fried perch, you figure you'd had enough fish for one day and settled for barbecued bear ribs and a tankard of big Sumpin IPA, figuring you might as well enjoy yourself on what might be your last night. Arriving in the snug after a decent rest, your mood has improved. An earnest conversation with your friends is interrupted by the arrival of a messenger bearing a letter. The missive has been sent by the master mason, who writes to pass on a verbal message received from a courier sent by the Dragon Princess. He writes that he hopes that you'll understand what it means. I have removed the ward on the entrance to the hatchery. The invasion is underway, and Maruk will be in command. Head up to the staging posts once you access the hatchery. There's not much time before the breach. You must hurry. Signed, Princess Dira Diana. Well, you guess you have your marching orders. So this is the last of the main quest line that involves going to a dangerous area, in my opinion. So the next thing we're going to do is actually uncurse real quick, because we need to turn in that spell book. So you could turn it into both warlock, three spells. Okay. Well, we are going to turn it in. We're gonna turn it into warlock, I think, and then we're gonna level up warlock. Codex of Ascension. You learn Superior Lift. It's very expensive. We can cast it, but we will want to reduce the casting cost. But we can technically cast it. But yeah, we're gonna switch back to ninja. And I'm gonna quit the game. We're gonna relog in, and we're gonna try to go back there and hopefully not have to fight everything. And this is the only way to reset the values in multiplayer. Our experimentation on this playthrough learned that. Now, if it was a spellbook that you could get by killing monsters, it wouldn't matter. But this one is specifically only a key item. And you have to go there each time you want a copy. So I guess there's a reason to do it 3 times, technically. Now, I don't believe we're going to get 3 times on a single clear, but we at least have a plan for doing it, and we are equipped to doing it, so I guess we should just get it done. I guess it helps if we put our equipment back on, though. Just a little bit. But in a technical sense, we don't have to do it now. We have everything we need. That spell is going to cost us over 100 per cast, though, so while we could do it, it is expensive. I don't actually think we can cast it with Warlock yet anyway. Because I don't think we're actually spell level 30 on that. Hilarious. Join us on the journey, bears. You're probably going to regret it, but you're welcome to try. Yeah, part of this respawned. I mean, if we have to clear the Dragon Palace again, that's not a big deal. If we have to fight a bunch of horned dudes in there, that'll be a little bit more problematic. But we can certainly do it. If we can do it once, we can do it again, basically. Oh, come on. I'm gonna try to open every treasure chest by those spellcasters. Oh, our poor bear. They killed our bear. That's unfortunate. Oh, our other bear got scared away by the trap. To be fair, it wasn't going to live much longer. The dragons would have killed it. If it even made it there, like if we got an actual aggressive group of Death Adders, it would also kill it. These are the monsters that killed us before, and they're more manageable now. They still hurt. Yeah, this looks like it may have respawned, but I don't think it'll be a problem either. And honestly, if we don't face anything dangerous in the actual, like, path to Leviathan this time, it also will be easy to do it twice. And this time we'd be catching it on a new cycle too, so. I think that our dying the previous 2 times got us into a new cycle, so I think we missed in that boat. But there's a chance that the respawn doesn't catch the actual Great Sea, because it's on it might be on a different timer. We're gonna switch to the Dragon Slayer. It does do more damage to dragons. And that is what we're fighting. Oh, and we reached maximum HP. That quest did put us there. Dragoneer's hurt. The problem is with the Amulet of Zedoff, we're not going to be able to just keep going in and out without running out of MP. But we do have MP restore items. Ooh, they got us pretty good there. Yeah, those guys do play rough. We did kill the first group. We did clear everything up till there. I could potentially run past them too. I'd rather not leave an enemy there if the next room is also a problem. You know? Because there's no telling what the next room will look like either. But there are a couple of ways to get to that spot, but this is probably the easiest and most consistent. I mean, the other easy way to get there is through the forest of the Dodona. You'd have to go through like the big long way around the back. You can kind of see it behind us too, like that path behind us up to the north and stuff, like that way. Is perfectly doable. It is a long journey though. Yeah, we got this. We killed all of their momentum by trimming them down. Multiple morbids. Yep. Well, we just kind of ran past them. I knew that there wasn't anything too dangerous past them. Okay, so we're gonna switch back to the Vorpal. We're gonna get ourselves ready. I don't really want to fight all these jellyfish, to be honest. I mean, to be fair, fighting these guys outside of having our resistances tanked is really not that dangerous. I forgot we can actually just blast him too. Probably hurts a little less. Okay. We got our breath back. Switch that on. Okay, we're ready to try. This is not good, but technically doable. So a triple group is basically death, but a double group is not as bad. And we had the same situation as before. We just have to get through. Not get ahead of ourselves. Seaweeds, huh? No idea. Oh, the Leviathan has the gator appearance. I didn't actually realize that, because like all I could ever see the first times through was the bottom feeders. Okay, we had the same problem as before, but we solve it the same way. They're also weak to exactly one spell, so. But that's cheaper to kill them with. Okay, what is fighting us? I'm not scared of you guys. We don't have any babies for the dingoes to eat. You know, shadow hobs can be a problem. They can behead you. I'm going to kill them, because even if we die, it's fine now. We got the item. Okay. Then just like before, we're gonna go back. We're gonna try to kill that group of horned toads that's in our way, so that when we come back, we don't have to deal with them. So as long as we have a clear path of non-aggressive ones, we're okay. Okay, we can't actually cast it yet, I was right. You don't technically need it to get out of here, but it could help a little bit with making it easier. I don't actually know what we're fighting in that room. Okay, and just like before, make sure you put on that obsidian carving, or you'll end up somewhere random. Don't need to fight multiple groups of morbids. But I put my weapon on just in case. Yeah, our goal is to get out again, and we can try one more time and hopefully get all 3 sets of the spells without any more clears. This has been very successful. Like, Magi is the third of them, and you're much less likely to want to get it for Magi, but it doesn't hurt to give all the guilds access to it that we can. We'll turn in that. We'll go ahead and we'll uncurse. So now we can at least cast it. Although it will still be expensive. So just like before, we're gonna have to reload the game one more time. I know that part is a little tedious. But I mean, there's no reason to waste the clear, so we might as well just go for it. And that should be the last time we have to get to that section. Unless for some reason we want to go visit that guy again. I don't think he has rare drops. Like, I've never noticed most of the bosses actually having anything that unique going on with them. And we've cleared that one like maybe 5 times, 6 times over our playthroughs and never seen a sign of it. Now, with any luck, this third and final run through that will be pretty much easy peasy and only take us like 10 minutes at most. I think this time it hasn't had time to respawn. I mean, I take the fact that none of this has respawned as a pretty good sign that it probably hasn't. So, onward we rush. Now, there are a lot of floors between here and the Great Sea. Like, these rooms we didn't actually fully clear either. But because there's no width to it, he doesn't tend to block you on the stairs either. Okay. I've still never figured out how that blessing works, by the way. Like, it does increase your breath, but this room in here actually, the extinguished squares also take that bonus away as far as I know, so I don't think you actually benefit from it. Okay, let's just not go too fast. So we can actually take a shortcut with that spell on.
Cool.
So that cost us about 150 to cast, so. Sure, I'll bite. What are these guys like? Can we kill them? I don't recognize the name, that's why I was curious. Yeah, but once you have it, you can go up to 30 floors up using it, and as you can see, 30 floors is like the entire dungeon almost, so you can just walk with impunity pretty much anywhere now in the game. But to use this, you still have... Oh, we never took it off. We actually never switched. That's funny. Okay. Then, without further ado, we're back on track. You know, it's entirely possible that we actually complete all the quests left over without actually leveling again as a ninja. It's not like there's a lot of enemies we have to fight. We just have to go somewhere very specific. Do a thing. This place is starting to respawn, but we did make our goal in. It does also mean that we could get rid of our elemental amulet again though for the seat one. But I'll do that in town, like we're not going to specifically need it. What are you? Oh, you're... okay. I actually thought it was the singularities for a second, because they also don't have a count on their name. But then I realized that only 2 enemies were approaching us. So the interesting thing is that the fastest way back to our next goal is actually the same way we've been going this time. So, but we don't have to go into the temple, so we don't have to. These guys kind of suck, but they didn't do much damage to us. Okay, let's uncurse. Let's turn that in. This time it wants Magi. There we go. So yeah, this has a higher spell level and cost, so it's gonna cost more if you get it that way. But at least it can cast it, I guess. Is this one we had? Because I don't remember one this valuable. Yeah, no, we haven't gotten this weapon before. Look at this. I don't know what dropped this for us. Huh. So this one has Spell Strike. That's interesting, but only 3 swings, which is not so good. It's good, but Cleric can wear it. That's actually the most interesting thing about it, is that Cleric can wear this weapon. But it's also a stoning weapon. Oh, so this could be better than it looks. I consider that very interesting. Okay, we're fully equipped again. Cool. Well then. Oh, we still had a couple of things in our inventory to sell. Well, I am gonna take a couple minute break, and then we are gonna try for the next quest. I'll see you all in a moment. Bye-bye now.